DeSanto Propane is 4 generations strong as a trustworthy, family-owned business with unmatched customer service. Go online at DeSantoPropane.com for more info or call toll-free at 1-800-752-4574 today. Since 1937, the difference has been DeSanto Propane.
Hello, everybody. Welcome into the FL1 Betting Podcast here on FingerLakes1.com. Paul Russo here. Kyle Evans and Jim Senecropi back in the studio with us this week. Week 11 in the books. Week 12 lies ahead. Recap our picks from last week. Make our picks for this week and any other stuff that we need to feel be discussed. But first, thank a couple more of our sponsors, including Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant. You can visit Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant at their original Waterloo location or all new renovated location in Geneva. Dine-in, takeout, delivery, catering, and banquets. You can order online at Cicinos.com. Live, laugh, and eat well. It's the Italian way. And Auburn Auto Group when it comes to selection and service after the sale. Auburn Auto Group has been the premier destination for new and used car buyers for close to 40 years. Among the brands offered on Route 5 in Auburn include Chevrolet, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Honda, Toyota, and Subaru. Thanks to our wide range of makes and models, you're sure to find your new or used car at Auburn Auto Group. All right, Jim, good to see you.
Good to be back.
How was the how?
Really great.
Well, I was going to say how was the South, because I'm sure it was a little bit better than being up here for these few days.
The weather was fantastic.
Yeah.
Played some great golf at Pinehurst. Played some golf. I don't know if it was great.
It's good golf at Pinehurst.
The conditions were great.
Yeah.
I just couldn't get the ball in the hole all trip. But you know what? It was fun. And that's the end of the golf season for me because not much golf up here.
Yep.
I did stop at James Madison as well. They're riding high.
They are.
The Dukes, they're 52% chance of making the playoffs.
Here's hoping.
After killing Appalachian State.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm pulling for the Dukes.
As we all should be.
A lot of, you could feel it on campus.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. So, yeah, I'm hoping for the Dukes. I don't know. We talked a little bit about it yesterday, but the college football playoff enjoys doing that placeholder stuff on the rankings, and I get why Tulane has to have that. But that being said, I don't know.
If Carolina wins the American Conference, or then JMU should be in.
Yeah.
If Tulane loses a game, then regardless, then JMU should be in, assuming JMU wins.
Yeah. Yeah. I just one of the main things that they talk about with this is the fact that the American has, quote unquote, a Power 5 win in South Florida beating Florida, which is fair. Factually, that's correct. But James Madison beat Virginia Tech.
Right.
And I don't want to.
It's a Power 5 win.
Correct. I don't want to do apples and oranges or apples to apples. But I don't know. Virginia Tech and Florida and me are on the same plane this year. So I don't know. You tell me. One isn't undefeated. The other is fighting with a bunch of 1 or 2 lost teams. So
To me, part of it's eye test, too.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, especially as of late, if you take the last, 4 weeks, JMU certainly seems to be a team. Well, and again, what are we arguing about here? It's a team that gets thrown to Georgia on the road.
More than,
Probably.
Fair. But, that's the beauty of it.
Mm-hmm.
And we got another 3 weeks, I think, of rankings.
Talk about it for college football. I mean, before, if it was 5 years ago, JMU would just be wondering what bowl game they're going to go to.
Yeah.
And Tulane there might be JMU versus Tulane on December 17th in the, Holiday Bowl or whatever.
We're wondering which one ends up heading to the Peach Bowl against 11-2. Virginia or something like that. Yeah. So
anyways, it's good for college football, and it'll be fun when the college football playoffs start, and we'll probably talk about it on this podcast.
For sure. I'm ready. I love doing the bowl stuff and stuff like that. So I personally am ready to go.
I like the playoffs better than bowls.
Yeah, that's fair. It's fair. So, all right, enough of that. Let's get into our bet card from last week, guys. Jim carrying the week once again here for us. Nailed Carolina. nailed Denver. You actually, I know, a little inside baseball here. You gave me the numbers you preferred.
Yeah.
You got better numbers, and it didn't matter anyway because they won outright. So good stuff there. And then I mean, frankly, the Detroit Eagle thing, I don't even know. That game was horrendous.
It was. But that's the NFL for you.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, at 2-1 is great.
Yeah.
I'll take 2-1 all season long.
Yeah, Kyle, me and you, you know,
I thought
it's bad.
I personally thought Kyle was about to go on a nice run into the end of the, the second half of the season, I guess we could say. But you went against me on KC.
Yeah, and I think I said I'm going against Jim. He's probably going to be right, and I'm going to be wrong because that's just how it's been this year. It's opposite of how it went last year.
Yeah.
I mean, I was rolling, and
how it works.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I think that we all have certain things in our head about where teams are, and that's kind of what we base our bets on. I don't think that we spend too much time saying, "Oh, Denver's number 3 against the run," and it's kind of like gut. And for me personally, the way I bet, and it's true in whether it's college basketball or NFL, or college football, you just kind of get this feel for teams that are over or underrated, and you just kind of ride it through the season. And if you're wrong, it's going to be a long season. If you're right, it's going to be a good season.
Yeah.
And of course, you make adjustments and stuff, but that's at least kind of how I do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I play probably too much into the numbers personally, but either way.
Going against the Bills, you should have known better.
Yeah, Kyle. Come on, man. I can't say I blame him, though, on that one. I will say that.
A lot of points. I like Tampa, no doubt, but coming up to Buffalo, that's a lot of points. That's a lot of points.
You'd have Sean Tucker helping you, though, Kyle.
And how about Jacksonville?
Yeah, I don't know what to make of the Chargers. Well, I do know what to make of the Chargers at this point, but I think it's more on the Jacksonville side where I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to make either one of those teams anymore.
Half-point cover with the Giants. Thrilled about that. Just another one of those games I thought you were going to see a lot of scoring in. And to be fair, there was 40 points. Just the Rams in Seattle, Sam Darnold, 4 interceptions, didn't help the cause. And that one just DOA.
Darnold kind of looked like the Darnold of last year's playoffs on the Vikings.
Yeah.
It's got to be a little concerning if you're Seattle.
Yeah.
And isn't it so funny? Go back to a week ago, and Seattle was like the darling of the NFL.
Yeah.
And now, LA, the Rams have kind of enforced their authority.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was interesting. I know, Kyle, me and you talked about it on Bills Weekly a little bit, and then I kind of posed the same question yesterday to Nick. And it's interesting how there's still a little bit of variance, but everybody kind of has the same central, more or less 3 teams or so that people feel pretty comfortable with. So, Jim, who do you think is the number 1 team in the NFL right now? Who's the favorite at this point, you think?
Oh, man. I could tell you after this week.
That's fair.
It's... I think it's the Eagles.
Wow.
I mean, when it comes right down to it, keep in mind that they destroyed Kansas City in the Super Bowl, right?
It's true.
So when they come back, and, most Super Bowl teams, even when it was Kansas City, sometimes they just kind of sleepwalk through a lot of the season. But all the pieces are there. Saquon Barkley is going to go head into the playoffs with a little less of a workload than he had last season. And Jalen Hurts now has pressure off him. He won a Super Bowl. A.J. Brown's healthy. Devonta Smith's underrated. The defense is strong. I mean, I don't know. Until somebody shows me different, I think Philadelphia is the favorite.
All right.
It's easier to say that than to try to pick through the 5 teams in the AFC who are maybe contenders. But the Rams are going to probably be the other team, and that's going to could be if it happens a really good NFC Championship game.
Just like last year, wasn't it? Or was it the divisional round? Rams and Eagles played last year. 28-22 was the final.
Yeah, it was a crazy game.
Yep.
Was that the championship? It might have been.
Yeah, and the Rams went on a final drive.
No, the championship was Washington and Philly.
Oh, that's right.
So
Washington
it was
upset
divisional.
Detroit.
Yeah.
But no, the Rams were the team that I said on Monday to Kyle.
Yeah.
And then you were Rams as well, I think, right?
Yes.
So
Remember, they went to Philadelphia this year.
That's true.
And were up 26-7.
yeah.
And they blew that big lead in the fourth quarter of the Eagles, and the Eagles came back and won. But they had them beat on the road in Philly across, to a whole different coast as well. Because we always talk about the travel and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, who's going to be home if that happens at this point? Philadelphia, probably. If the season were to end today.
I don't know how they do that.
Yeah.
Higher record. Higher seed.
Yeah, let me
Rams are 8-2. What are the Eagles?
theater of the mind here, as of course it doesn't want to give me the
There's a lot
actual
to
standings.
happen
It's going
between
divisional.
now. There's a lot
for
to
me.
happen between now and the end
Well,
of
they're
the season.
both 8-2. So right now Philly would have the tie break on the Rams because they won that head to head earlier this year. So
But that might not be how they calculate seedings.
wouldn't it be for the seeding itself? It would be right.
Well, no, because who cares? What if there's another team that 8-2 just because the Rams beat the Eagles?
Well, at that point it would go to something different. But
No, when they seeded, it would be irrelevant of what they did head to head. If it was for the division,
Eagles have the tie break right now over the Rams based on head to head win percentage.
Okay.
So
all right. Well,
Yeah.
like I said, I got the Eagles right now as my favorite to win the Super Bowl, but it should be an awesome when
Yeah.
we finally get there. It should be an awesome postseason.
yeah, for sure. So, all right. The only thing I really wanted to maybe bring up quickly before we got to our picks, injuries kind of got again here with a couple of bigger teams, swaying maybe the opinions for going forward here. Josh Jacobs still not technically ruled out, but not expected to play for the Packers. Rodgers, same thing. For the Steelers, just and a couple for them. It is some bigger games this week for those two teams. I don't know if it really sways how anybody picks them. I didn't really view anything with the Steelers at the Bears or Vikings at Green Bay as I wanted to touch this week personally, but probably certainly changes the way you might view that Thanksgiving game for the Packers against Detroit. But
Yeah, there's way too many injuries in the NFL this year. It makes it hard to.
yeah.
We want to see the best players play, but I mean, I guess it's part of the game. But yeah, Thanksgiving is next Thursday. So what are we doing? Our show on Wednesday?
Yeah, that was the plan anyway.
All right.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I do have one team involved with the injury bug that I have listed for one of my picks this week, but
Okay.
that's kind of a here nor there. But yeah, bad enough that Green Bay especially has become this really weird enigma on the betting side of things and even playing, right? I mean, going into the season and even after like week 1, we all kind of had this pretty good expectation for the Packers.
Week 2 or 3, wasn't it? They were like,
Yeah.
if you asked the people who was going to win the Super Bowl after week 2, a lot of people would have said Packers.
Yeah. And since then, it's gone a very different direction. So, who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, the NFC North is wild.
Yeah. All right. Jim, up to you. Obviously, you won the week last week again.
I'll
So,
defer. I got a lot of games here.
all right. Kyle, you got the better record out of me and you in terms of overall. So, that falls back down to you. You want to go first or punt?
I'll go first.
All right. Have at it.
I'm going to take the Browns plus 3.5 against the Raiders.
Okay.
That Cleveland defense versus Geno Smith, I mean, I can't see why that isn't a great matchup for Cleveland. I know Sanders is making his first NFL start, but again, what have the Raiders done this year by get blown out and look terrible offensively? So the Browns are going to score like a defensive touchdown or something in this game. Maybe like a pick 6 or something.
What'd you say you had him at?
Plus 3.5.
I can get you a 4.5.
Perfect.
I got to tell you, man, I don't know how you can go with the Shedeur Sanders quarterback team. I think he's going to just be awful in this game. So you better hope Cleveland scores a defensive touchdown.
I don't think the Raiders will be able to move the ball much.
I don't think.
I mean, look at the
will
Ravens
either.
last
I like
week.
the under even at 36.5. I just, I mean, I think
They don't even have to win. I mean, they could lose by 4 and boom, it'll hit. Plus 4.5 Browns.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. I
2016.
just think Shedeur Sanders is going to be absolutely awful this week.
Yeah.
To the point where if you're
I do
looking
not
for
feel bad.
defensive touchdowns, Might be better.
Have you seen Geno Smith? 13 picks.
I'm aware.
Oh, he's awful. I can't believe the Raiders are that bad.
So
They made Lamar look bad last week.
Yep.
Kyle, it sounds like you believe, and me and Jim are the non-believers. We're the doubters.
Yeah, but whatever he says usually is right, at least on this year.
I picture Shedeur Sanders fading. He won't step up in the pocket. He just keeps going
He
backwards.
waits too damn long, man. Yeah.
He just keeps going backwards, and he's going to fumble.
Yeah.
He's going to throw a – yeah. I mean –
So who has more sacks, Myles Garrett or Max Crosby?
probably Garrett because he has like 4 a game.
Yeah. I mean, Myles Garrett's having an absurd like 2-year run. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's too bad.
Kyle thinks Max Crosby.
Because
You're
always
looking.
the expected usually doesn't. The opposite happens.
It's fair.
Like Garrett's had so many that all of a sudden he'll only have like 1 or 2, and then Crosby will have 3 or something like that.
Yeah. It's fair. All right.
It is crazy though that the Raiders are favored by 3.5 points, and they're awful. But I mean, I think Shedeur Sanders is going to just like have an all-time horrible outing.
The Raiders' offensive line and Geno Smith made the Dallas defense look good on Monday night.
Yeah,
Literally, Dallas is the worst.
yeah,
You could pass on them all day. Nope, they couldn't. They struggled.
Yeah.
yeah. No, I agree. I agree. Las Vegas is going to have a tough time moving the ball. But so is Cleveland. Unless they can establish some sort of ground game, it's going to be a long day.
Yeah.
They could be 10-7 in my bet hits.
Maybe the worst game of the year in the NFL.
Yeah, it's
Broncos Raiders was bad, 10-7. Remember a couple Thursdays ago?
Yeah, Thursday night football.
yeah. I don't know, man. I'm pulling for you.
Go against me. I'd love it.
I'm not touching that game with a 10-foot pole. Like, I'm good.
I got Las Vegas, but I don't know if it's going to be one of the games I pick. I got a few out here. I don't know if I want to take on Kyle head to head.
Yeah, I
On
do.
that one. I might just sit back and watch the implosion.
Yeah.
5.
Hey, either way. I feel, I don't know, Jim, you want me to go here?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I feel like there might be some overlap here with a couple games, no matter what this week. It's a very interesting slate, to say the least, I think.
7 games that I love.
Yeah, there's not a ton that I really felt good about in the sense of, like, must put them down. My first one I'm doing is Indy getting the 3.5 at Kansas City. They're 3-2 in the last 5 against the spread. That part I'm not. That's not.
Off a bye.
Yeah, that part though, it's not really my thing. Kansas City has just not been good against good teams. They're beating up the teams that are below 500, and they're losing to the teams that are above 500.
What about this stat? 4-1 at home, 1-4 on the road.
Yeah, maybe that's part of it. I don't know, but they didn't do anything for me last week against Denver, obviously.
But this time their season's really on the line. Like they lose, they're essentially 3 games out of a playoff spot.
And that's fair. But
Colts coming off a bye, completely healthy.
But then again, your bet could be right, and the Chiefs could win by
Correct.
1 or 3 or whatever.
I think it's going to be a close game.
Yeah. So I think it's more I just have that much doubt in Kansas City at this point still, that just with the Colts and everything kind of going in their favor in that way heading into this game, I'm going to go with them. And I just and for as decent as that defense has been in Kansas City this yegoing talking about who's going to stop who's going to stop Jonathan Taylor at this point,
right?
Like
coming off a bye.
Yeah, I'm just go ahead, take the points and not question it.
Yep. The one thing Kansas City's got going for him is that Andy Reid's going to have some kind of plan.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, Colts coming off a bye. That's a huge game. That's the game of the week, probably. What time's kickoff on that one?
That's a 1 p.m. game.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, I mean, it's definitely the prime game in the early window on Sunday for sure.
Yeah, they don't want to take away Eagles-Cowboys in the primetime 4:25 slot.
Yeah, I think you can make a case the best game of the weekend might be that Sunday night game, Tampa Bay and the Rams. But
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Either way, Jim, over to you.
All right. Well, speaking of the Cowboys and the Eagles, I'm going to take the Eagles minus 3.5 unless you can get me 3.
I can get you flat 3. Yeah.
I was hoping you could because that makes a difference. It's on the road at Dallas, but Dallas just had that easy win at the Raiders, and all of a sudden, everybody starts talking about, wow, look at Dallas. No, Dallas is still Dallas. They beat the Raiders. Big deal. The crap with CeeDee Lamb and Pickens is it's just a joke. They're a joke organization. They're going to let those receivers do that. And they're just going to they're going to hold them out for the first series. Big deal. They should have been set. If you're a serious organization that wants to win playoff games and Super Bowls, then you don't put up with that stuff.
No.
So, and then, you got the Eagles, who are a serious organization. And I just told you they were my pick to win the Super Bowl. So why wouldn't they just destroy Dallas on their own field? So let's go. Yeah. I got the Eagles.
Yeah, That game pains me to pick one way or another. So
I never feel bad picking against Dallas.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I just
there's certain franchises in sports that no matter what, we'll always have a huge disdain for, and the Dallas Cowboys are one of them.
Yeah, I'm with you on that front for sure. So, all right, Kyle. What you got for pick 2?
So I actually have the same one as you. I guess I should have said Colts plus 3.5 first.
Oh.
But I wrote this down yesterday. I truly believe the Chiefs are winning this game. I just think the Colts will cover.
All right.
We're talking the Chiefs are going to win on a field goal or something.
Yeah, last second.
They're desperate. They have to win. We haven't seen this in Kansas City in how long where they have to win a game.
True.
And they're at home. I know the Colts are in a bye, but then again, they're Kansas City 4-1 at home.
It's really intriguing.
Now, if they lose, though, I'll, of course, be really happy. I think everyone will. I mean, basically 3 games out.
I got friends who do that. They'll bet a game just opposite of what they want to happen, so they're happy either way. Or they won't pick, if they got an important fantasy football game, they'll bet against their players.
So I should do Texans plus 5.5.
Bet anytime touchdown players on the teams that they're playing.
To be fair, I was hate watching the Knicks last night, so I get it.
I was too.
I get it. So,
and they hold on.
Yeah, that was a good game in that sense, but either way. All right, my second game, it goes against literally what we just talked about with the injuries. But that being said, I don't understand how New Orleans is a favorite. Maybe I'm going into the opposite end of whatever here. I'm gonna take the Falcons getting 2.5. I don't.
Saints should never be a favorite.
What have the Saints done to deserve to be favorites?
Nothing.
It's funny.
It's got Bijan Robinson.
Right. It's funny. The Saints are coming off a bye.
Yeah,
but
that helps.
The Falcons. It's not like I don't think Kirk Cousins is going to put the Falcons in some sort of lurch under
Drake
center.
London's out.
Drake London's out, but
and they know how bad Atlanta is inconsistent all the time.
Darnell Mooney's terrible.
But Bijan Robinson's still there.
Just never forget, they lost 30-0 in Carolina, Atlanta.
Yeah,
it's unbelievable.
Yeah. And the Saints beat Carolina. But I think it's just more for me. What are we doing here with this game? So
I got no argument with betting against the Saints when their Saints are favored.
And frankly, maybe this is a similar deal. If Atlanta loses New Orleans, just fired the coaching staff. What are we doing? So, all right, Jim, pick 2 for you. Who do you got?
Well, San Francisco gets Brock Purdy back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't think he's really. I think it's going to take him some time to get going.
He played last week. Remember?
That's true.
He looked good. He had.
Oh, I see. I was golfing.
He
didn't start though. Did he start last week?
No, I think he did.
Yeah.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
So this is the second week back.
Yeah, he had 3 touchdowns last week against the Cardinals.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Well, you know what? Carolina's one of those teams I've been rolling with. You're going to give me 7 points with Carolina, maybe more, Paul?
7.5.
Yep, 7.5 with the Panthers. On the road, it's tough, but
Monday night.
Something about this Panthers team. San Francisco's still banged up all over the place.
Yeah.
And I just don't think that Brock Purdy makes that much of a difference. But we'll see. Maybe I'll be wrong.
I don't hate it, especially from just the coverage perspective, and it's Monday night, so you have a extra day rest. And do I buy into the travel thing a little bit? Sure, but it's always easier for an East Coast team going west.
Yes.
So
no. And what's Carolina's record right now? You guys with the lap.
My window just jumped open on me.
6-5.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got a 6-5 team in the NFL.
Yeah.
Against 7-4 49ers.
Yeah, against but a winning team in the NFL getting a touchdown.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, 49ers are 2-2 at home. Panthers are 3-3 on the road.
Panthers have been great on the road.
Yeah.
Most recently winning at Lambeau.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like I said, I like the Panthers. I bet them a lot this year. A lot of those wins you saw on the screen are Panthers. So I'm sticking with them again.
I don't blame you. I like that. I do like that. All right, Kyle. Pick 3, last
This is the one that I struggle with because I don't really like a lot of games this week, but I'm trusting Jacksonville. I've done this before, and they've
This
come
is
back to hurt me.
This is my certifiable forgettable game of the week.
-2.5 at the Cardinals.
Yeah.
No Marvin Harrison, of course, still. Arizona got blown out last week. Get this. Cardinals have given up 85 points in 2 games.
Yeah, they're terrible.
So they're going to give up a lot of points. Jacksonville, has been inconsistent, but
Also of note here, Kyle, all 3 of your picks on the road this week.
Road Warriors.
Yeah.
okay.
Look at that.
Wait, no. Browns are at the Raiders.
Yeah, Browns are at the Raiders.
My first 2 picks are road picks.
That's true, but we don't know what your 3rd pick is yet, so
Right.
we can't confirm or deny.
I think it's going to be a home team, but maybe not.
Yeah, I don't know about that game, boy, because like I said, you want to talk about maybe not bad game, but that's just like a forgettable game.
Cardinals have no one, and they give up a ton of points.
I'll say
and they're another joke.
DeMarcado's out, yeah.
Yeah, he's out too. I mean, who?
I mean,
Michael Wilson?
You're talking about.
Oh, Trey McBride, duh.
Yeah.
Well,
Take him away, and then what?
I wouldn't say the Cardinals are
Jacoby Brissett.
I wouldn't say the Cardinals are a complete joke of a franchise. They were the ones who gave us the first edition of the Air Coryell offense.
Oh man, a long time ago.
Yeah.
I mean, the best moment in Arizona Cardinals football history came in the movie Jerry Maguire. So what does that tell you?
Wow. Well, I was going to say the only other 2 options would be like Grammatica blowing out his knee, celebrating,
Yeah.
or
Another low point.
or celebrate, or thinking that they had the Super Bowl against the Steelers, and then Santonio Holmes cements his legacy. So
Yeah.
yeah, I guess you are right.
Well, I early on in the season, I mean, it's a little different now without Kyler Murray, but it just seems like they are playing like, schoolyard football.
Yeah.
The Cardinals.
Yeah, they're as bad as they were when John Skelton played quarterback there.
Oh boy. Wow.
I just looked up his name because I remember him. I want to see it one the last time. 2012, he was
John
started for the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Jacoby Brissett.
Yep.
Who I think is a capable NFL.
He can sling it, but then he'll turn it over at times. He kind of
NC
reminds me of
State.
Jameis Winston. They'll sling it down the field, but then they'll make the turnovers.
There's a couple ACC quarterbacks from the early teens throwing it up.
Well, the question is do you think, like, I agree with Kyle. I would take Jacksonville in this game because I think Jacksonville is a playoff caliber team, and Arizona's just not.
Yeah.
So games like this are games that a team like Jacksonville should win.
Yeah.
But Jacksonville has also been shockingly inept at times this year.
Yeah. That's my
especially
main
on the
issue.
offensive side.
Yeah.
Shockingly.
Yeah. That's my main issue with them. And they're on the poop list for me after last week, so either way, I'm going to go back to a little bit of a well here for me. Even though they didn't get it done last week, I think it does happen this week. I'm taking Tampa Bay and the Rams over 48.5. The Rams have scored 34 or more in 3 of their last 5 games. As we saw with Tampa Bay, they can certainly throw up a lot of points. They're 3-2 in overs in their last 5. So let's end football Sunday on a bang, I say, Sunday night with just an absolute scoring onslaught. And have Sean Tucker score, I don't know, maybe 4 touchdowns this time.
Yeah, how about Sean Tucker?
Last Syracuse player to have 3 touchdowns in a game. Non-quarterback.
Non-quarterback, Syracuse player, 3 touchdowns in a game. Rob Moore?
No. It's honestly not that deep of a pick in terms of
Marvin Harrison?
yes, Marvin Harrison in 2006.
Yeah.
So
Geez, that was a long time. So 19 years, and now
Yeah.
Sean Tucker did it.
Right.
I love to see it. I
It
love
was great.
in that 44.
Yep. Should have worn it in Syracuse, but that's a different discussion for a different podcast.
Yep.
But yeah, I think both teams obviously can score a lot of points here. Their defenses are both decent, but have shown a lot of times in both sides that they will give up points. So I think, like I said, I think maybe it's just hoping we end football Sunday with a bang. So that's what I'm rolling with for my 3 picks.
Going with the over.
Yep.
So that just leaves me with the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Part of me just wants to go with the Raiders just to go head-to-head with Kyle on that because I don't like that pick.
Why not? You guys have locked fight last week.
Yeah, but the Raiders, in Kyle's defense, the Raiders should never get 3.5 points against anybody.
That's fair. That's fair.
So I was more looking at the under in that game,
Mm-hmm.
but it's 36.5.
Mm-hmm.
But where are the points going to come from
Yeah.
if it's not the defense? You know what? Under 36.5.
You got it.
Cleveland, Las Vegas. That's what I'm going with. I was going to go with the Titans plus 13.5 against hosting the Seahawks. And I was also interested in the Vikings getting 6.5 on the road to the Packers. But we'll go with the under in that Cleveland-Las Vegas game.
There you go. I like that. I can't see. This is where I do agree for sure with Kyle. I can't imagine there's going to be a ton of scoring in this game.
Yeah, I can't. But then again, you never know. Well, the one thing that worries me when looking at that is like, okay, is Cleveland going to establish like some sort of run game because Las Vegas is so terrible? But I can't see Las Vegas moving the ball in Cleveland. But I think that the game will be decided by Shedeur Sanders' 5 turnovers.
Yeah. Could be a battle of rookie running backs, Genty versus Judkins, potentially.
Yep.
So, those are our picks for the week, guys. Pretty interesting, as I mentioned. Kyle, you're all on the road, and Jim, what's actually interesting for me and you, although I went over and you went under, we have 2 picks on the road and then 1 total pick. So
Road Warriors this week we're recommending.
Yeah.
Never really a great strategy, but we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, the only other game that I was like halfway tempted to do, and maybe it's just me like riding whatever, but the Giants getting 10.5 against Detroit was kind of intriguing to me. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, you know what? If Malik Neighbors wasn't hurt, I don't know.
Especially potentially if Dart's back, even then, I don't know. Jameis running the offense is pretty fun.
I'm staying away from all Giants stuff. But I was really interested in the Titans getting almost 2 touchdowns at home.
Seattle coming east,
Seattle in a game that Seattle needs a kind of a bounce back situation.
The thought did cross my mind for a second about the Jets getting 13.5 against Baltimore.
Yeah, me too.
But
anytime I see a line of like 12 or more in the NFL, you got
it's hard not to consider it.
But then you tune in for the game, and next thing you know, the team's down 21 in the first quarter.
Yeah, to quote Big Daddy, the goddamn Jets. So, we'll see though. It might be a case of teasing up the lines a little bit if you're able to get a good enough like bonus thing or anything like that.
No, I enjoy teasing lines. I do.
Come Sunday.
I do, but on a non-football note, Syracuse basketball team's 4-0.
Yes.
And a lot of people will say, "Oh, they struggled against Monmouth." Well, Monmouth had some hot shooting.
Yeah, my main thing from that game is, as usual, especially in the past 10 years, I just don't. Maybe they don't practice free throws. I don't know.
The same thing. That game shouldn't have been close. They let them hang around with the bad free throw shooting.
And then
and it was everybody.
Yeah. And then for them, obviously, it's the next 3 games are big. Well, for sure 3, more than likely 4, because we don't know who the third opponent's going to be out in Vegas. But Houston, Kansas, and then depending on who they see in Vegas, but the week after they're back home and it's Tennessee.
Yep.
So
at home though.
Yeah.
ACC, SEC challenge.
But still, I mean, you have 3 of 4 guaranteed ranked games here. It's
it's a chance for us to get into that top 25 and kind of secure an inside track on a tournament bid by Christmas.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think we got a great team, and I think that the guards, Kings,
Yeah.
Betsy, and George.
Yeah. Big Nathan George guy. That dude's a dog.
Legit.
Yeah.
And then, we got the size with Freeman and Kyle the third, and then you got the young guns with Anthony and Sadiq White.
Yep.
And they're fun to watch.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a different, and that's the one thing I noticed. I was at, obviously now it's 2 weeks ago, but I was at the Delaware State game, and just a completely different feel even for these mid-major games. Last year, I distinctly remember being at the double overtime game against Youngstown State, and it was just,
embarrassing.
What's happening here. But that's the thing, right? Outside of Monmouth, they're handling the business that they should be handling. We couldn't say that.
Well, they handle Monmouth
years.
like it's
true. Yeah,
college basketball is different.
True.
You're gonna in every pre-conference schedule, you're gonna have a couple games that are closer than you think they would be.
Yeah.
And they won. They didn't lose it. So.
And Monmouth coached by King Rice. So
from Binghamton.
My dad was very enthused when he saw King Rice's name pop up.
Really?
Yeah. So
I hated King Rice because he was going to come to Syracuse, and instead he went to North Carolina.
Yes, but I think it was just the fact of King Rice, a name I recognized from 1987, right? I think it was when he senior in Binghamton,
right?
Right, and so I think it was just more like a name I recognize, so. But I didn't realize he's been there for 15 years at Monmouth. Kind of threw me for a loop, but either way.
He's done an okay job.
Yeah.
He's been to the tournament a couple times, I believe.
Yeah, and then I forget the name of their GM. That's on me, but
Monmouth's GM?
He was Boeheim's assistant for 6 or 7 years. Back in
Weaver?
No. Yeah, this is on me for forgetting the name, but they were talking about on the broadcast. Yeah, we were talking about on the broadcast. It was he more or less had to pitch Boeheim to bring him on as a GA, and then he stuck around for 6 years or something like that.
Shut up! I'm really intrigued now. I watched that game in the hotel in Harrisonburg, Virginia, on my laptop.
Oh, Rick Callahan.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he they were talking about on the broadcast about how he essentially had to pitch Boeheim to give him a GA position back in 1980 exactly. And then ended up doing 6 years at Syracuse before going to Wichita State, as it says on his bio. But yeah.
Now he's at Monmouth.
Yep. Yeah. Just one of those things where it's the ties are everywhere for Syracuse a little bit.
Yep. Big coaching tree.
Yes. Yes.
How are the Sabres doing? Lost last night to the
Poor
Flames.
Kyle.
Yeah, they had won 2 in a row, and then they go and lose at home to the worst team. The Flames had been the worst team. And then what are they, 6-8-4 now? They're 27th out of 30 teams.
Theo Fleury ain't walking through that door.
We're not even making it to Thanksgiving, and they're just kind of way out of it.
Yeah, it's sad.
It's gonna be 16 years.
Because you can see the excitement that.
Yeah, the building was actually full last night. It made no sense. On a Wednesday night, all of a sudden it was full, but then you'll go any other night and it's empty.
Must have been a free koozie night or something.
It's a later start. I guess 7:30 to 7 is what helped. I don't know. Because it's a rare 7:30 start in Buffalo. But
yeah, they are giving away butter boats. I know the last home game next week before Thanksgiving.
And they do have a Black Friday game, so we'll see how that sells.
Yeah,
Connor Bedard who do they face? New Jersey.
Jack Hughes.
Yep.
Well, no, not Jack Hughes.
True. It might be there, but yeah, not playing.
Forgot about the incident with the steak knife.
And in other words, Syracuse football, if you could bet, would you take them plus 35.5?
Well, Freeman, in the defense of that, Freeman is a guy who tends to sit on the ball when they get up by a lot.
35.5.
He did the same thing last week against Pitt. They got up and he sat on the ball. So, but yeah, I would be taking Notre Dame for sure. Sad times.
I don't know, man. We tend to do well against Notre Dame.
That's true.
So what do you think? It's gonna be 40-7. Then they'll cover.
Yeah, 41-7, something like that.
It's just really disappointing that
Yeah,
we don't have a backup quarterback that can
It is crazy what
do anything.
the Angeli injury did to this season.
Yep.
It's crazy. That being said, I do like the plan for the next 2 weeks. They're trying to make sure they keep Carney's red shirt so he can be in the clear for next year. And it sounds like Carney will get the start against Boston College next weekend. Filardi gets the start this weekend. I get it. They're trying to just allow the young guys to get reps at this point. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It still sucks.
Anyways, Angeli will be back next year.
Yes, Angeli's back. Sounds like Willis will be back as well.
Yep, and one of the offensive linemen is committed to coming back. So,
and the way it sounds, they haven't lost any of these commits that are planning to come in next year either. So could be. Hopefully next year is a big year again.
well,
Be nice.
Keep our fingers crossed. The only other big news in the world of sports this past week was the Major League Baseball's new TV deal.
Yeah, just more things to have to pay for. I mean,
Yeah,
It's
some people don't have Netflix.
right.
You're paying
It's
for that.
tough. It's tough. The only I don't know.
I my thought is that baseball never was a national game. Like
Yeah.
they used to have Monday Night Baseball. I don't know if you guys definitely don't remember, but I do.
Yeah.
And that was cool because literally, when I was younger, couldn't watch like any other team unless they were playing the Yankees or the Mets.
Right.
And so that's also why the All-Star game used to be cool because you'd follow, like I'd watch This Week in Baseball and
I was about to say, with This Week in Baseball, they've tried to make it come back, but I know about it because they'll throw the old episodes on every now and then on MLB Network. I just think it's great.
it is.
But
Now, you can subscribe and get and watch your team. Baseball's a regional sport. Like fans want to watch. Like no single game in the regular season means that much to attract the attention of a national audience in the way that the Colts and Kansas City game would. In football this year.
yeah.
Like you don't have to be a fan of the Colts or the Chiefs to have interest in watching that game, but you think that just because you're putting, the Dodgers and the whoever Mets or Dodgers and I'm trying to think of another the Phillies, let's say would be a pretty big game in June, and is people going to tune into Netflix to watch 9 innings of baseball game in June?
Probably not. No. I think the positive for me in this deal, if anything, is the fact that you have NBC taking over Sunday Night Baseball. And
so are those games going to be on NBC or are they going to be streaming on Peacock?
I think it's a straddle deal because of that reason.
See, I can see myself in the summer maybe flipping through and saying, "Oh, let's watch a half inning of this game."
Yeah.
Especially because Sunday night during like July, sometimes there's nothing to do, and yeah. But then, did you know the Netflix? It's only going to have opening day, which is Yankees Giants, the Field of Dreams game in August, and then the Home Run Derby.
Yeah.
So other than
I
that,
would watch the Field of Dream game.
Yeah.
I have in the past.
it's the third or fourth straight year doing it now.
No, not straight. It's the third overall. They didn't do it the
I
past
watch
2
the
years.
outdoor hockey games.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I wouldn't watch if it was just a regular season hockey game.
Yeah.
So I have these written down. Tell me if I'm forgetting
Yeah.
something. ESPN. This is for MLB this year.
Yeah.
Fox, NBC, Netflix, Apple TV Plus, Amazon Prime.
Yes.
If you want to be able to watch every game, you have to have all those.
And if you want to go deeper than that, Jim, you brought up how you can buy the MLB.TV package.
And it's getting ruined.
That's technically through ESPN now.
Yeah, ESPN's buying it. And what have they done right now? I've told you everything's
been
buffers
bad.
every night.
Yeah.
And it's also funny that ESPN just got out of baseball.
Yep.
And now
Yeah.
And
they're
they're like
back in.
they're only doing a few games now, like 30 games, I think.
Which I'm kind of fine with. It sucks saying that because I grew up with Baseball Tonight being can't miss. Frankly,
When I was a
for
rotisserie
me,
baseball
for me,
guy, I
for
loved
me,
baseball
can't miss TV at night, and they've cannibalized that product to the point that not a knock on any of these guys because I like a lot of the individuals solely in what they do, but like you just have guys like Eduardo Perez being like a talking head. Carl Ravitch just doesn't even seem interested in the
It's
game
just
anymore.
When I was in college, we watched Baseball Tonight almost religiously because we couldn't log onto the internet
Right.
to even see the results of the game.
Yeah.
So that was the only place you could get the results and what players hit home runs or went 2 for 4 and how pitchers did.
Anything,
literally anything. But as far as Netflix goes into their foray into sports, this is similar to what they're doing in the NFL. So great, Netflix has 2 games on Christmas, but like it's just stupid. Like you're not for the NFL to give Netflix a couple games on Christmas. Netflix knows nothing about like broadcasting a football game. They're bringing in all these subcontractors.
That's what I was about to say.
One game,
and that's what I was going to say. Right? Is like you can't.
Did a good job last year.
Right, but to me, you really run the risk of not having a good product because of the turnaround for some of these guys. Like, especially this time of year, you have Ian Eagle and Noah Eagle, who are the play-by-play for those 2 games, who not only have to do football anyway on Saturday and Sunday, but also are doing basketball as well this time of year.
Yeah.
Like it's more power to them. Whatever, but like I just view it as like
I'd just rather see the Christmas games on one of those standard networks.
Yeah.
ABC, Fox, CBS, or ESPN.
And especially, and I know it's a little bit different for me in the sense too, but like the NBA on Christmas Day was a big thing, and now it's not so much. But like, it still would be nice to kind of and hypothetically go back and forth between the two, and you can't really do that if you're on Netflix.
Flick back and forth. You got to log off of Netflix and log on to YouTube TV or whatever the heck you're watching.
Unless you're Kyle with his 17 TVs.
Yeah, but I'm getting mad because
it's true.
ESPN Plus is now limiting me to 3 TVs only. It used to be 5 because of this new deal. Yeah. And we just said now ESPN's taking over MLB, and usually I can use 5 for MLB TV and watch. They're going to limit down to 3. Probably. And they're going to raise the price.
I have read, though, you can buy it through MLB anyway, because that way you also get MLB Network, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't need that, because I have DirecTV.
Like, isn't just being a YouTube TV subscriber now means that you get the ESPN Plus content? Is that true?
Maybe. I don't know.
I read that, but then I thought, oh, great, I can cancel my ESPN Plus subscription, which I've had forever.
Yeah.
But I'm afraid to do it because the first time I got to use it to watch something I won't need to watch.
Yeah.
I like to watch the early round golf coverage. I like to watch Syracuse games sometimes. Like when I was on the road. But I'm afraid to cancel it because it's confusing. Yeah. I really don't know what I'd be doing to myself if I canceled that.
Yeah, I have no idea. I haven't heard anything about that really, but who knows?
They shouldn't limit your devices though when you're connected to the same Wi-Fi network at my house. All TVs same like I'm not handing the password to you or like in another household with a different Wi-Fi. Like
as long as
I'm using my Wi-Fi. Why are you limiting me?
I'm surprised with their safeguards that they can't recognize that's coming from the same IP and the same network.
And not everyone has my setup, so it's not like every household is doing this.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I have 7 TVs. I'm the rare one. Let me like spread the devices out. I'm using the same Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
But yeah, they limit me. Sorry, error every time you try to put it on a 4th TV.
Because you've used too many.
Yeah.
At the same time.
And then, I have 2 cable boxes, so that fits the 2 big TVs I have. And then I use the streams for the rest. Problem is...
Yeah, we got to get over there.
I know. Seriously.
The problem is for the cable boxes, you try to buy more through DirecTV, they charge you like $30 a box.
Yeah, I know. That's ridiculous.
So I can't even... I'm not going to get 7 boxes at $30.
I need this setup. We need to do it when there's like NASCAR going on, like the Daytona 500, because now they have... HBO Max does the in-car cameras for NASCAR now.
Really?
And it's every car has an in-car camera. Just pick 7 of them and hope they all get in the same wreck and see what happens. Kyle won't even realize it. It'll be like car flipping through the air and it'll just be like, what the hell is happening on screen 6? But, yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
It's a crazy time to be a sports fan. That's for sure.
Yeah.
5 years ago, it was way different. You would have never saw this.
The best part about the streaming is watching multiple screens at once. So a lot of times I might have a game. I don't have a room where I have multiple screens, although I have brought in secondary screens once in a while for certain situations. But I will watch TV and then stream something on my laptop a lot of times. Do it that way twice, especially if like there's a Syracuse basketball game on the same time as a Thursday night or Monday night football.
Yeah.
I'll watch the basketball game on my laptop while I got the thing going on there, anyways, I don't know it, but and then you're young. I'm relatively young still, I guess, relatively to like my father who hasn't would have no idea. So like when Syracuse plays on like streaming only, he'll go sit in front of the computer in the other room instead of like getting it on his TV. Which he can easily pull it up on his TV too, but he just won't do that. Changing inputs is just too much for him.
I'm happy I was able to teach my dad to hit the Amazon Prime button on the remote, and he knows exactly what happens for Thursday night or like NASCAR, because NASCAR is on Prime for a few races, and but I'm just happy I was able to teach him that, so that's we avoid that at the Russo house. So all right, I think that about does it. I don't think we got any other.
Not at all.
Yeah, so, all right. Appreciate everybody for listening in and tuning in. Obviously, next week, Thanksgiving, we won't be here Thursday, but we'll be here Wednesday afternoon for our picks next week at 2 p.m. So get your turkey, gobble, gobble, all that stuff for next week. Get ready. You can find the FL1 Betting Podcast, FingerLakes1.com, the FL1 YouTube channel, all major podcasting platforms. Remember, Wednesday, 2 p.m. next week for the live. We'll talk with everybody then. Good luck with your picks, everybody.